Cars, bikes, whatever it is, get out and enjoy it.
What's going on, good people? Welcome back to another episode. I am digging into the 2016 BMW S1000. I've removed quite a bit of things to get to this point. So removed the airbox, the ECU, and now I'm here. So what I've done so far, I did the block off plates. All right, not sure if you guys can see that. Here. This is the pair black off plates. Let me show you the component that was in there before. So this little doohickey here, right? This sat in there like this. And this end was connected to the airbox. So by removing this, it will allow you to get better tuning results from what I've heard and experienced. And you know me, I try to get every little bit I can get out of these bikes. Now that I've had the airbox removed, I'm also going to change the spark plugs. But anyway, before I go on, what you will need to remove the block off, or to install the block off plates, is a T30 Torx bit. You just unscrew that and then pull that harness over there, right there. Pull that harness right out. And there's another piece that will attach to the airbox, which is this guy here. And these block off plates are from Driven Racing. Cost about 30 bucks, I think. And here's the airbox. So the airbox sat on top like this here, and the other piece connected here. So this will cover this up like so. So I'll probably drop a zip tie right here to keep it in place, and you're done. As you can see, the airbox is pretty dirty. I'm gonna have to clean it up a bit. But to remove the airbox itself, you had to pull out the air filter here. And there's 3 screws, one here, one here, one here, for the servo motor, for the stacks, the velocity stacks. On the inside, you can see these guys here. Those are the stacks. And then you have your IAT sensor, which we'll do a relocation later on. Had to unplug that. You had to unplug your injectors, and then you pull the whole injector system out by removing 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. And out comes, my apologies. And then you have 1 screw here that mounts to the frame, and then another one here that mounts down here. Same on the other side. Once you remove those four screws, then out comes your airbox. All right, so now this exposes your motor. You got your throttle body here, but I got it covered up to prevent anything from falling in there. So what I'm working on now is the spark plugs. Right. In order to remove your spark plugs, you will need a 14mm, I guess, spark plug socket, and this one has a pivot. Got this from Amazon for about $15. Yeah, around 15 bucks. And then you have the spark plug removal tool, right? That you will also need in order to pull the coils out. So the way this works, make sure you guys can see that. You slide this in place here. Once it catches, all right, now you can slide your finger under and pop the spark plug, pop the coils off of the spark plugs. And I've already done that, as you guys can see. You got 1, 2, 3, and 4 is deep in there. So I went ahead and did the first one already just to check out the plugs itself. Get back over here with my mess that I got going on. So I already dropped one of the new spark plugs in, and this is the old one here. All right, it looks pretty nasty. And I have my new spark plug here. Super clean and crispy. Looking good. So the way that you mount these back in. See if I can do it with one hand. So you'll go ahead and slide the socket over the spark plug. It is magnetized, so you should be able to hold it in place to where you need it. And then you slide it back in and twist on. And I might have gotten a little ahead of myself. But that's okay. So to remove the spark plug, got a socket wrench and an extension. It's not too long. I don't see the size on here, but I got a short extension. I am going to drop that on my socket and then drop that in here. It might help to drop the socket in first. Get a good hold of the spark plug, right? So you kind of give it a little push, a nice little push once you have it in there. And you can see my socket is in place. And then try to twist it. If it does twist, if it doesn't twist, excuse me, that means it has a hold of the spark plug. So let me go ahead and pull that off and go from there. Okay, so it really doesn't take much effort to loosen these spark plugs and not really torque down too much, so keep that in mind when you guys are working on yours. Boom. See that? Spark plug comes right out. Looking pretty nasty. So we're gonna go ahead and drop the new ones in and then go from there. All right, so the final step here, go ahead and drop your coils back in on the spark plugs. I have the spark plugs installed already, the new ones. And when you are doing this, since you're working with such a tight space, I suggest that you work from the outside in to make it easier. So with these being out, I can access the two outer ports a lot easier. And when you push the coil back in, you want to make sure that it has a good grip on the spark plug, and you'll feel for it. And then you want to make sure that it is seated all the way down. And trust me, you will know if it's not seated correctly. So, all right. Anyways, that pretty much concludes the spark plug changing process. So I didn't record the removal of the airbox and ECU and all that good stuff. So I'll probably work backwards and show those steps. And it's all the same. The reverse process is all the same as taking it off. So thank you guys for watching. Catch you on the next one. Peace.